are back. I'm Jason Bermas. This is the InfoWarrior. Normally 6 to 9 Sundays Central Time here at Infowars.com and streaming via video live at prisonplanet.tv. We got a little special program for you this Thursday right now, October 8th. We're going to be re-airing on Sunday. I'm going to be out of town. I want to shift gears from the out-of-control police into the H1N1 flu vaccine. And remember, it's not just H1N1, it's H5N1, and it's also a type of human flu virus all mixed together. But that has gone by the wayside. People don't realize what's really going on. We're going to play you some clips of Shepard Smith telling you on Fox News, don't believe the conspiracy theories, take the shot. Doesn't matter if we went through all the Mayo Clinic, and I should find that in this stack because it is just unbelievably ridiculous. It's like 40 separate things, maybe more than 40. It might be like 50 or 60 different medications that if you're taking, you should not take the shot. And if you're not fully healthy, don't take the shot. And if you have any kind of underlying illness, don't take the shot. And they're talking about the nasal vaccine, but there's so much more. And remember, they told you that it's not mandatory. But then health workers in Albany had to go down to the Capitol and say, hey, they're trying to make us take the shot. And they're telling us if we don't, we're going to jail. And then it came out in the Associated Press and Reuters that indeed it was mandatory for all military personnel, including the National Guard, and even people who work for the Department of Defense. Mandatory. And now Glenn Beck is on there trying to, he's playing the part. He'll tell you a little bit of the truth, and then he'll say, oh, but it's good for you. They actually said that the live virus that you're taking in the nasal spray isn't really live and it can't do anything to you. Please take the nasal spray. And then they said that the virus inside the actual shots is a dead virus, and that can't hurt you either. This is the propaganda going on right now as I speak on Fox News. Now, just a moment ago, I mentioned how health workers are telling you it's mandated. It's mandated. It's mandated. In fact, we're going to play the Dr. Oz clip where he not only says it's mandated, and he kind of toes the line. He tells you, well, it's not a big deal. And yes, it is mandated for health professionals, but that's not the focus. That's not the issue. The woman who's interviewing him, she's not sure whether she's going to give her kids the shot. So towards the end of the interview, she asks him, well, you're a father. Are you giving your kids the shot? No, I'm not giving my kids the shot. Are you insane? He doesn't say it like that. My kids won't be getting the shot because you know what? I'm Dr. Oz here, but I'm Mr. Oz at home. So we're going to play that. We're going to play the Shep Smith. But here's the MSNBC propaganda. Let me explain it to you again. Health workers have been mandated compulsory vaccination of the H1N1. Despite what they tell you, despite the propaganda they're putting out there, they're telling you you will be fired unless you take it. Here's the spin, MSNBC.com. Health workers must get flu shot or quit. Notice how it doesn't say flu shot or get fired. Flu shot or quit. Only half get vaccinated, risking dangerous transmissions to patients. No, the people that are taking the nasal vaccine have a 20-day period where they can give it to others. They're the ones that are dangerous. The idiots that are actually snorting this stuff up their nose for the piggy flu. And by the way, I've got another mainline article where they're basically admitting, and this I believe is out of the Telegraph, they're saying they got lucky, but the H1N1 isn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. Here it is right here. Lucky break slows spread of swine flu. Boom. Boom. Lucky break, it was never a pandemic to begin with. The WHO just needed a level 6 hype so that, a bunch of people in the military industrial complex that has now reached into drugs and pharmaceuticals could make billions and billions of dollars while they get you to take a cancer virus, a slow kill weapon. That's what this is, okay? And remember, the headline isn't health workers must get flu shot or get fired. It's health workers must get flu shot or quit because they're bad. If they don't get the flu shot, they could actually infect others. Enough already with the whining, moaning, demonstrating, and protesting by healthcare workers. See, you're a healthcare worker, all of a sudden you don't have free speech. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to call a spade a spade. Doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, nurses' aides, and anyone else who has regular contact with patients ought to be required to get the flu shot or find another line of work. We're here at MSNBC, and we're just as bad as Fox News. We just give it to you from the left-hand side. The California Nurses Association and the National Nurses Organization Committee have issued statements that individuals should be able to refuse the vaccine. Damn straight they should. Damn straight you should be able to say no to the vaccine. But they'll just pump up with healthcare workers dressed in white jackets for Obama, 3 out of 4 of which actually contributed to his campaign, and say, we need healthcare reform. And as soon as they get that mandatory healthcare reform, that government healthcare reform, all vaccines will become mandatory. It won't just be color of law.
The good old folks at New Silver Solution. And the website is supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. This is something that kills bacteria, viruses, you name it, well documented. They've got it down to a super small nano-sized particle. Supernaturalsilver.com. Check them out at INFOWARRIOR.com. Supernaturalsilver.com.
I'm looking in, I can see through you, see your true colors, inside you're ugly like me. I can see through you.
We are back live this Thursday, October 8th. We're broadcasting from 4 to 7 Central today in light of the fact that I am going to be gone for the weekend. We're going to take your calls, 888-201-2244. We're going to rebroadcast this on Sunday. We just started getting into the little H1N1 debacle out there. Remember Fox News right now on there telling you everything's okay. Your good friend Glenn Beck, everything is okay, but he's acting stern and he's asking the tough questions. I'll tell you what the tough question is. Why haven't I been allowed to give him a full-on backhand for his lies and disinformation? That'd be a good little YouTube video. Bermas backhands Glenn Beck. I'd be into that. We're going to play you first the Shepard Smith conspiracy theory video. Don't believe the conspiracy theories according to Shepard Smith. Oh, he's a really good guy, that Shep. Then from there, we're going to jump to you know what, we might skip Dr. Oz and do him at the end of this segment and show you the new children, because we had all the school children singing, Obama loves the little children, all the children of the world. Now they've got a few older people singing about healthcare reform in Obama. That's on CNN. We're going to play that video. And then Dr. Oz really revealing, again, he talks about 76. He talks about Guillain-Barré. He says he has to take the shot because it's mandatory. It's been mandated. But then he says, you know what? My kids aren't taking it because I'm Mr. Oz first at home. Way to go, Shep. Huh? You hear that? Don't believe it. About killed Great Britain at one point. Don't believe the conspiracy theories. There is mercury in the insert, and mercury is a toxin, and there is squalene in these. Wait a minute, is that formaldehyde I see? All things that are delicious and nutritious, and we should be putting into our bodies. Before we get to the next clip of the Obamanoids, the children singing about Obama healthcare. Remember, Obama had all these doctors come out. They didn't bring the white jackets. They needed a photo op, if you will. So they said, hey, everybody put on a white jacket. And he's acting like these people are behind my health care reform. Yeah, of course they are. They not only voted for you, they contributed to your campaign. People were asking me how they got all these people together, and I'm like, well, they probably all contributed to the campaign, and they were all on the record. They knew that these were the people to come out and support it. So they all, like the good little doctor slaves they are, put on the white jacket and bowed down to the leader, the Lord, Barack Obama. Airport to screen passengers for H1N1 symptoms. New guidelines. See, another semantical wordplay. Guidelines. There's new guidelines we should all be following. New guidelines allow airports to take temperatures, quarantine passengers exhibiting flu-like illness. With the holiday season just a few weeks away, health officials fear the swine flu will pick up right along with air travel. Bum, bum, bum. New government guidelines are on their way, designed to keep passengers healthy. The flu season, airport staff across the nation won't just be screening for security threats. They'll also be looking out for health threats. People who look like they may have the H1N1 virus. So if you get up early for a flight at about 5:30 in the morning and you get out there and you got bags under your eyes and maybe a little bit of the sniffles. I've got a little phlegm. You know, the weather's changing. I got a little phlegm, a little mucus in my body. maybe I've got H1N1. Maybe I shouldn't get on the plane. They're going to be able to quarantine passengers. It feels a little overboard, Stamford, Connecticut resident Derek Ferguson said. You think so, Derek? Does it feel a little bit overboard? I think it might. The government warns that some passengers may be asked to pass through a screening device, have their temperatures taken, answer questions about their health, and even be quarantined if someone on the flight shows symptoms of H1N1. I'm all for it. I really am, Mountain Burton resident Rosa Raspaldo said, because guaranteed, if people are coughing on the plane, all those germs will be spread around. It's the boogeyman! You're always going to have hypochondriacs like Rosa there. I mean, and that's what the media loves. They love to fearmonger. This is CBS, by the way. But the H1N1 virus isn't just a danger in the skies. Buses and trains. Buses and trains can also be breeding grounds for germs. Millions of riders climb aboard every day, and that has many taking precautions.